Well, people. Today's topic of conversation is Drake. And I feel like it's only right that I bring Drake back onto my channel because my most recent video was about Kendrick Lamar and the Super Bowl, so I gotta talk about Drake a little bit. For one, if you listen to his new album, let me know how you think about it in the comment section because I personally like it. I'm putting all that shit in the past aside with the Not Like Us and the whole Drake being slaughtered by Kendrick Lamar. I'm putting that in the past for the simple purpose of music and saying that, man, hey, that new album of Drake is fire, bro. That new album is fire. If you haven't heard of it, if you haven't heard it, go listen to it. I encourage you to do so. But I got a few things that I would like to talk about today because Drake needs to be studied. And I'm going to say that because not only did Drake get obliterated by Kendrick Lamar, which we all know, but he was able to bounce back with a fire-ass album. But at the same time, he's still dissing people like Joe Budden and, well, I don't, as of right now, that's the only person that I know of that he disses in that album, but he dissed Joe Budden as if he's not coming off of a loss to Kendrick Lamar.
Say Drake, I hate you like I'm young.
And for me, I get it. I'm the same person, like, I have the same attitude as Drake. I'm fishing for a W. After a bad L, bro, I'm fishing for a W. He reminds me of Goku from Dragon Ball Z. They want me dead, but I can't die. Because this man is relentless, okay? I don't know if he deserves that much credit. My bad, y'all. My bad to the Dragon Ball Z fans, but y'all get what I'm saying. He will do whatever he got to do to get where he needs to be, and I respect that about him. But when you take shots at Joe Budden on an album, and we all know that Joe Budden is retired from rap. I'm pretty sure he drops songs every now and then, but it's almost like you're trying to bully retired rappers or rappers who, for one, have not seen as much as success as you have, and for two, aren't very lyrically strong. Don't get me wrong, Joe Budden is very lyrical when it comes to rapping, but as far as a rap battle sense, I don't think that he could rock with Drake in that category. My bad. I know a lot of OG hip hop fans are probably looking at me crazy, but this is my personal opinion. I don't know if Joe Budden wants that smoke. So that just contributes to the thought of Drake just finding someone else that he can bully to bring his ego up after being slaughtered by Kendrick Lamar. No pun intended, slaughterhouse. In a lot of his recent performances, we could tell that Drake is going through something after that Kendrick Lamar beef. I mean, we've been seeing him walking concert smoking as if somebody was shooting shots at him, bruh. Has bullet holes in his hoodies and shit like that. Okay, alright, bro. I get that you took the L. I think as of right now, it's resonating with Drake that if you can't beat him, you gotta join him, bro. You gotta put it on your back as a medal of honor and say, hey, I got into the ring with Kendrick Lamar. I may have gotten beaten up, like severely bad. I'm talking about like Martin off of when he fought my man, I forgot the guy's name, but when he fought that boxer and he was all lumped up. Yeah, that's Drake in this scenario, but he was able to bounce back from that. Now the hilarious part about this beef and about Drake putting out an album as he did, because as we know, if you've listened to the album, you know it's not full of Drake rap. It's more or less like Drake in the vibes Drake. And what I mean by that is the Drake that Kendrick Lamar said he enjoys most. The Drake, we like you on the melodies. We don't like you talking that rap talk. And he literally put out an album satisfying Kendrick Lamar's wants. A vibe album. He's very melodic. He's singing on the hooks. I mean, don't get me wrong. He has some slight bars in there. Like he's taking a jab at, he's talking about Melissa Ford because she's from Canada and how she's on the podcast with Joe Budden, and he takes some slight jabs at Joe Budden, but it's nothing too crazy. It's just interesting to see how everything's unfolding after Not Like Us, especially that since we have a full album from Drake months after a beef like that happened. The biggest flaw with Drake is that I think he low-key has an addictive personality. Addictive personality meaning that when he's down and out, he's going to do whatever he can to get back in the circle. Like he's addicted to winning or feeling like the most important person, feeling like the main character. An example of this is when Drake was going through the beef with Kendrick Lamar. Even Pusha T exposed how Drake was so sly and he low-key a snake toward his homeboys and that women. He was basically trying to sleep with everyone's girlfriend. He is striving to be the most important person or most important male out there. Like he has to be the sex symbol, he has to be the best rapper, he has to be the best, you know what I'm saying? Like a bunch of categories that Drake would like to reap or would like to lead. And I think it's unnecessary. It just shows you how addictive his personality is. Even when it comes to gambling, we see them gambling away millions and millions of dollars. Not to say that I wouldn't gamble at all, but I mean, man, he gambles a lot. We saw it on Aiden's stream. He's up there gambling, man. He's drinking juice or drinking wine, whatever the case may have been. But he has some character flaws like we all do, but his are becoming a lot more obvious and apparent.
In the book, there's a part in the book where you say that he came in and told you that he had smashed one of your girls.
Oh, when he wrapped up. Oh, I wasn't worried about that. I mean, I was just, that's just how life goes when you locked up. Still hurt.
Does it really?
No.
Weezy F baby. The F stand for fuck Drake cause he stole my lady. Young Moolah baby.
And let me that back. He doesn't shy away from him. He embraces them. And your flaws start to become a burden to other people. That's when I gotta point you out. I gotta kind of be the whistleblower. All of these things between the Pusha T's, the Kendrick Lamars, you got your little kid being exposed by Pusha T. You got everything that happened with the Not Like Us track. All of these things could have been avoided if you would have just taken accountability for your character flaws, acknowledge them, and try to reverse them. Therapy them shits out. It's not that easy. I know it is not, but Drake is just, man, he digs himself a bigger hole, man. And I think another thing that adds to his downfall, and don't get me wrong, Drake is never going to be on a real downfall. Let's be honest. Maybe his streaming numbers dropped for a little bit while Not Like Us was, striving or reaching the top of the chart, but Drake is going to be Drake regardless of how we look at him, regardless of what he does. It's just simple math, man. The man makes great music that everyone enjoys, but you gotta work on those flaws, brother. All in all, I don't think that Drake is a bad guy, and I do think that he will bounce back because the album that he dropped, and I've been watching, I haven't watched a lot of reactions to it, but I've watched small clips of people reacting to Give Me a Hug, and it looks to be like people are slowly gravitating back toward Drake's side or in favor of Drake, not over Kendrick Lamar, but being back on his side, because during that beef, it's almost like he lost the majority of the world due to the PDF file allegations and him sleeping with other people's women. I think the world is slowly starting to get back on that Drake wave, and it's just insane to see this because, like I said, man, it's very rarely do you see someone go through what Drake went through and Not Like Us in a diss track beef or a diss track war, because think about it. Jay-Z and Ether. That song could have arguably ended Jay-Z, but he was able to bounce back from it. I'm not putting Jay-Z and Drake in the same caliber, which lyrically they're obviously not. I think Jay-Z's more of the lyrical character, but as far as influence on the rap game, Jay-Z and Drake are neck and neck. And for them to both bounce back from that kill shot of their career, whether it be Ether or Not Like Us, that just says a lot about their influence on the rap game and who they are as a people. Because any average motherfucker, if they get a blow like Not Like Us to their career, that alleges them of being a PDF file, that alleges them of having a daughter, or just the whole West Coast, not even just the whole West Coast, social media as a whole going against you, and you still putting out music the way that you are, and at that good music, you can't do anything but applaud it, man. You gotta get a man some type of credibility. Drake is that character that needs to be in the spotlight at all times, and I think that his hunger for the spotlight, or his hunger to remain at the top, it kind of hinders him, which is, it's weird because it's hard to get to the top, but it's even harder to stay at the top, right? If you have LeBron James is the best basketball player in the league right now. If he went through an injury that de-solidified his career in a sense, then of course he's not just going to sit and let that happen. That next season where he's back in full business, he's going to drop 30, 40, 50, 60 a game just to show people understand that he's still in his top shape. He's still the number one best player of all time. No, Kobe's actually the best player of all time, but I'll get what I'm saying, man. So, am I mad at Drake for coming out with a fire album? Nah. The way I worded that is crazy, my bad. But am I mad at Drake for showing resilience after going through Not Like Us? I am not. But I'm upset that he has yet to take accountability for what he has done to people in the past. And of course, y'all, I'm on the outside looking in, so I really don't care. I'm still listening. I'm still going to listen to Drake. I'm still going to listen to Kendrick. I don't care who said what, when, why, or where. That doesn't matter to me. But if I'm speaking on you and your character, then I gotta, to remain truthful, I gotta point out the character flaws that I view about you. That's all I'm saying, y'all. Man. I'm not trying to tell you not to listen to Drake. I'm not trying to tell you not listen to Kendrick Lamar, but that's just how I feel about it. And at the end, bro, we are all human. No one's perfect. It's just that Drake's imperfections were brought to light in the most unfortunate way possible. In a catchy song by one of the greatest artists of all time, in an era of social media being the forefront of news. It was just a recipe for disaster. But hey, Drake is Drake at the end of the day, man. Let me know if y'all still listen to Drake in the comment section, bro, because that new album is a hitter, bro. It's a hitter. It almost made me go back into the whole Drake album. Nothing was the same. What else? If you're reading this, it's too late. Binge listening to Take Care. So it got me back into the Drake mode. But do y'all think this summer is Drake? Do y'all think he's coming back this summer? Or do y'all think he has to sit out for a little longer, let it resonate? You know what I'm saying? Let the seasoning build up to bring out that extra taste. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But let me know how y'all feel in the comment section, man. And until next time, make sure to like the video, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below of what I should talk about next. And until next time, make sure to lay safe for nobody. We got peace. And chicken grease. Boop.